All right. What's up, everyone? Welcome to tonight's team call. We got a few girls in the house. Whoop, whoop. It's Monday, favorite day of the week. That's why I love meeting with you girls, because my energy is usually high. I feel really just excited for the week. At this moment, I'm staring at two girls. Like, I'm looking at Melly and I'm looking at Iman, and all I see is like, wow, Transformation City. Both of you have like these thin faces, and I sure as heck knew you didn't start off that way, right? Oh, I love it, guys. I love it. So yes, Monday. Amy's here. I can't see your beautiful face, Amy. I don't know if you want to show it, or if you're in the middle of putting your kids to bed or something. So, okay, my goal is to finish this before the end of this call. I think we could do it. Where's your water at, girls? Where is your water at? It should be by your side. If not, go get it. Go get it, Melly. Get that water, guys. Get that water. Even if you're watching this on the replay, get that water. So tonight we're going to talk about attracting new coaches to your team. I don't know if you guys got to see, how do I show my face? Okay, Amy, on the bottom left, are you on a cell phone? If you're on a cell phone, on the bottom left, like, you should be able to scroll and just like unclick like the little video icon. The video icon will show your face. There she is. Oh, there you are. Hey. Oh, what do I have on my face? All right, what's up, Amy? So good to see you. You have been such an awesome addition to our team. Having you in the challenge group, you're always posting, being encouraging. So I love having you, girl. Thanks for that good energy. All right, guys. So I don't know if you got to watch the homework, the Anita Myron video. I wanted to share a little bit. Did anyone get to watch it or not? Iman did? You did, Melly? Okay, good. I still want you to go back and watch it, Amy. It's 11 minutes long. Do some laundry, wash some dishes while you listen to it. You know, Anita Myron was one of the coaches that I binge watched. When I first came in, she was like the Bonnie Engel of today, meaning Bonnie Engel was like exploding. Every week you were seeing her 5-star, 10-star, 8-star, like her, she was just going up in stars every week, and she was like the coach to watch. This was Bonnie like a year or two ago. Anita, I'm almost going to be a coach 4 years. She was running for 15-star, and that girl was like ridiculous. Like, what Anita did, she kind of like broke the mold. What Anita Myron did in 3 years, it was taking the average coach about 5 years to do. So once Anita kind of set that goal to become 15-star in 3 years, it was like, then you had Bonnie Engel do it in 2. Then you had, I don't know if anyone's ever done it in 1, but the bar just kept raising higher and higher. And Anita was one of those people that if you scroll back, if you go to her YouTube channel and you scroll back to like 3 years ago, she shares gold. Like, I binge watched all of her videos because she was at the height of like pushing, running for this, and everything that she shared was like exactly what she was doing. She was giving away all of her secrets to her team, putting it on YouTube, and I learned so much. And let me tell you, one of the biggest things that I learned from Anita, or that I got from her, was I took action. If Anita said, okay, this week I did this group this way, like, I took notes and I implemented Anita. So she's kind of my, like, maybe for some of you, you've been listening to Melanie Mitro's podcast. I don't know. To me, Anita was my coach mentor that really got me to where I was, like, honestly. So I recommend definitely going to her YouTube channel, scrolling down, going to videos, and then you scroll back, go back like 2 years and start picking topics that really speak to you, that you feel you need help on. But yeah, I really got a lot of inspiration from her. Melanie Mitchell, for whatever reason, I know Jamie loves her. I personally just don't connect with her. She's amazing, obviously, but I just never, like, I don't really follow her stuff. I don't really connect with her for whatever reason. So for me, and that's the thing, I think it's important to find kind of like your YouTube, I call them like Beachbody crushes, your Beachbody coach crush, and just like, what are they doing? How can you duplicate? What can you do? Because really that's what this is all about. So I do want you to go back and watch that video, because Anita is sharing how she was able to attract coaches. I'm going to share with you how I was able to attract coaches, just to kind of get you guys visualizing this. Now, I think that it's kind of like a good and a bad thing that happens with Beachbody. We get so comfortable with sharing our fitness, our journey, and we can talk to people and say, hey, come lose weight with me. But for some reason, it's hard to say, hey, come do this business with me. How many of you feel that it's difficult to share that? Would you describe that it's hard to do that you feel it's not easy? Iman, almost. Okay, Yadi. Melissa's frozen. I don't know what she said. What did you say, Melly? You keep freezing on me. I can't see Melly. She's frozen. She's like this, like, oh, we lost her. Okay, she probably had internet issues. So it is difficult. And what would you say is the main reason? Go ahead and share, just like off the top of your mind, what are the main reasons why you feel, for you personally, it's hard to talk about coaching? Iman?
I have a problem with saying the word business, and I don't want anyone to confuse the word like helping people and the word business and benefit from you instead of helping you. I'm trying to collect like some like different words, different approach to the word business.
Well, inspiring others, right there. Would you like to help and inspire other people? I want to share a mentorship program that I'm doing to show you how to help people and inspire them. And then once it's like, okay, how can I help people? And then you can just say how to help inspire people and possibly earn an extra income for your referral. You know, just like you would refer, you know, a restaurant or whatever, you just get a little commission or a little payment for your referral. And you kind of put it like that. However, I do want to point out, Iman, that personal development can fix that, because I will tell you what you're feeling is 100% natural and normal, but somewhere it's still a limiting belief. It's a limiting belief because somewhere in your mind, you have felt that to talk about business, money making, that's kind of bad. You shouldn't do it. If you're a woman, you know, whatever, moms don't talk about this kind of stuff. Whatever it is, you have put a limiting belief in your mind. It's kind of like the same way that people would say like, oh, you know, everybody already knows about Beachbody. Well, that's not true. But if you put a limiting belief and think like, oh, I live in a small town, like that, there's just no more people, you know, that's a limiting belief. So you have to think in an abundance, kind of like an abundance mentality, and just think like, there are other people that want to do this, other people that would love to help and inspire others. And then be comfortable with saying the word business. Now, I can see that, like, maybe it could even scare people off, like, business? I don't have time for a business. So you're right. Just wording it a little differently can make all the difference to someone. If you say, do you want an opportunity to help and inspire and maybe earn an extra income for your referral? Or get extra cash for your referral to refer it. Like that's kind of like, oh, I can refer, but not maybe necessarily business. So, okay, Amy, why would you say, what's the main thing that scares you, why you feel it's hard to talk about the business?
I think for me, it's more, I get a lot of the whole MLM pyramid scheme. I don't want to be involved in that. I work a real job, quote unquote. Those types of rejection that you get back. And I think the other big thing for me that I'm struggling with, even from a coaching perspective, is for whatever reason, be it hormonal imbalances, whatever, I'm not having the weight loss that some other people have had. You know, I've completed 80-day obsession. I'm currently going through the second round of that, following 2B, and my weight loss is fluctuating, you know, between 8 and 10 pounds back and forth when I have like 50 to lose. So I think that's hard.
Okay. Total good reasons to feel kind of like, so maybe a part of you even maybe doubts, you're doubting like, okay, is this even working? I can't even make it work for myself. How could I make it work for other people? And then wait, the first one you said was MLM. Okay, let's talk about both of those. So I want to ask you, do you have limiting beliefs about MLMs? Do you yourself feel like, maybe MLMs are a little cheesy, not as, you know, do you have any limiting beliefs about MLMs? And that's not marketing, guys.
I think in the beginning, definitely. Like when I first signed on with Beachbody, I actually signed on under my cousin, and then she sort of got out of it. And in the meantime, I had been following you on Instagram just because I liked your name. It appealed to me because I've never been someone who considered myself skinny, even at my fittest, you know. And then Jamie reached out to me. So when my cousin got out of it, I switched over to her. And that was the first that, after talking to Jamie a little bit, I really saw it as a real business, that it had actual potential. Because, you know, even following some of the people like Christina Delgado, my outlook on that was, okay, she's a retired attorney. Like her reach of people is so much different than mine. But once I sort of got involved and saw it for what it could be, I didn't feel that way so much anymore. But I don't know how to change someone else's mind about that, I guess. Confidence.
Yeah, so sometimes I asked you that because sometimes you guys will be amazed how when you have a limiting belief like, oh, Shakeology is too expensive, you're gonna just, it just bleeds out. You don't even have to say anything. It just like people feel it, smell it. It's so weird how that energy will come. So the first thing you have to do is believe. Now, I will tell you, just to give you like a little insight, I myself have launched 2 online businesses aside from MLMs. In both of the businesses, I invested more than $10,000. And that was that I had connections. One of them was like $5,000 was the initial investment. And then I went investing more, about $10,000 each business, guys. And that was that I had hookups with photographers, models. So I saved a lot of money. The average person maybe would have spent double that. I developed my own website. I learned how to do all of that stuff. And so I saved money. I invested almost 10 grand. I had so much like trial and error. I had to figure out how to ship, how to then stay up and package stuff, how to market, how to do sales. It was challenging. And it was kind of, at the end, like I did it for about 4 years consistently, and it just became a pain in the butt. I hated having to ship and all that stuff. But I invested a lot of money. Second, I realized, wait a minute. When I started Beachbody, I had the same kind of misconception about network marketing. First of all, you couldn't have met someone that hated it more than me. I made fun of people. We rolled our eyes like, babe, so-and-so said she has an opportunity for me, haha. And we like thought like really low of people that did network marketing, especially because I was an entrepreneur. So I'm like, those are fake entrepreneurs. So for me, coming into this and seeing like, wait a minute, I still market myself the same way I would with my other business. I'm putting myself out there. I'm doing, before I would do an outfit of the day. Now I'm doing a workout of the day, you know, because I had a clothing line. And I still am marketing myself the same way, but I don't have to ship. I don't have to create, you know, content or distribution channels. Like I don't have to do any of that. So for me, I was like, dang, this is easier. Like all I got to do is get an email address and they do all the work and I sit back. And so I was able to compare the two and say it's no difference. The only difference is that I would probably make more money because I make like you know, 70% profit as opposed to 25 or 30%. So that's the only difference. But the workload has been taken off of me. So it really, honestly, as an entrepreneur who's been on both sides, I can tell you that it's not different. It's no different. If anything, this is a blessing, because now, you know, entrepreneurship is so lonely, and you see a lot of girls, like, if I just had to do this business, imagine, Iman, right now, you started this fitness business all by yourself. Like, you had no one to be like, to talk to reach, like, it's hard. Like, it's hard, and it could get lonely, and it could suck, and it could be hard. So doing it alone sucks. So I'm like, man, to have this network, this team, like, I love it. So that's network marketing. Now, second limiting belief, of course, now I forgot it. You said the MLM, and then, oh, your results. I guess I would look into your actual, like, your health. I don't know if you have like thyroid issues, anything like that, because my coach, Wendy, her first 3 years in Beachbody, she like lost 50 pounds, got amazing, and then boom, she fell into health issues. She did 80-day obsession, 100% perfect, no cheats, no treats, and barely got results. And so here's what I want to tell you, how you could turn that around, because I guarantee you, Amy, that, I mean, if you were to go to a nutritionist, which Wendy has, she paid for like a natural holistic nutritionist. She did all this. What they're telling her to eat, it's really no different than what they're giving you here in Beachbody. But here's the thing, how I feel you could turn your story around, not to necessarily believe, well, wait, this doesn't work for me, but to say, like, what if I didn't have this? I mean, what if you didn't do 80-day obsession and you weren't committed to, like, would you be twice your size right now? Would you be, you know, more depressed because you feel lost, and like, what are your options? So I think you could still turn that around and make that your story. Like, you know what? My health issues have limited me from losing weight, but guess what? I wake up every morning and I push myself and I try my hardest, and here are my meals. Can you imagine if I didn't do this? And you lead with that message. And, you know, maybe even they say that cortisol, like stress, has a lot to do also with weight loss. So if you're stressing, like, oh my gosh, I'm not getting results, and you're really, but what if you just let that go and said, you know what, screw results. Let's focus on health, how I feel, on my motivation, on inspiring others, and then watch that weight come off. It's just a, you know, a perspective to give you. So that I believe in. I don't think that wasn't just fluff, you know, I truly believe this. I hope that you can take that to heart and turn that message around. Okay, Melly, why do you feel sharing the business is hard?
Well, I don't think so much it's hard, because I've been able to share more. Sorry, I'm sick. But a lot of it has to do with people, well, for me, in my case, I've been really open about investing in myself. But I think that's the hardest thing, like getting people to understand that sometimes you do have to invest in yourself to actually get somewhere. And like, I know a lot of people that I've talked to, because I get a lot more approach about my weight loss and stuff like that, like from people that I see every day rather than online. And I'm really open about it. I'm very open about it at work too. But it's more about them investing in themselves. Like, everyone's just, for some reason, just doesn't think that investing in yourself is like the right way to do it. And I know for me, in my case, I got to a point where it was like, and I know we talked about this in another call, where you're like, you need to share that, you know, you couldn't do it on your own. Like, you couldn't just, you thought you could, but you couldn't. And it was one of the things that I really talked to a lot of girls that I reached out to before, that were like, oh, well, you know, I work out every now and then, and I think I could lose some weight. But just them investing in themselves is like, just, they don't see it that way, or in that, like, it's gonna benefit them. So sometimes it's kind of hard to even bring it up anymore, because it's like, well, you don't even care to invest in yourself. So
yeah, you know, it's basically price objection. So people just don't see the value in investing. And honestly, it's those particular people are not ready. They're not ready to do it. And that honestly is what it comes down to, because look, you did it. So it's almost like you just have to tell yourself, like, okay, you're not the one. You know, it's like dating a guy and he tells you, yeah, I don't want any more kids, when that's what you want. It's like, okay, you're not the one. Like, you got to cut. them off. Of course, you're going to be nice. You're going to keep doing whatever, but you have to realize, okay, this person is not the one. And then really believe that the one will come. And so I think that for you, if you really believe in that whole like investing in yourself, I would really, you know, continue sharing that message but in terms of like the business and how you could turn that around is I think that maybe you're focusing on like low level people and not to insult, but they're not like, you need to find, remember I posted on the team page, how do you motivate people? You don't, you find motivated people. So that's the thing. Maybe the crowd, like your work people, they're kind of just like these mediocre, like they don't set goals. They don't, you know, maybe, I don't know them, but you need to find those people, those go-getters, someone that's like, hey, this week I bought a new planner. Boom, that's your girl. Somebody that's striving, that's like, but if you're going to get that, you know, TV, couch potato, like fast food girl and think that she's going to be this motivated, ready to invest in herself girl, she's not. So I think that perhaps with you, Mandy, you need to broaden your circles of, you know, do you need to, I don't know, join some kind of like meetup where you're meeting more positive women, you know, it maybe sounds like the environment is just kind of like not motivated people. And so you are definitely that girl, and it's time for you to surround yourself around women who are equal to what you are. So that's just a thought. And then it's like, okay, now we're talking, I'm on the same level with these people. I'm not like, guys, come on, invest in yourself. You know, because who's here to beg anyone to do this?
Yeah.
You know? So, okay. Good job, Yadi. Why would you say it's hard to talk about business?
I'm like the same thing you just mentioned. I think it mostly has to do with the people that surround me, the people that I already have on my Facebook, which is pretty much friends, my coworkers. I've had people approach me. I've had people compliment. I have coworkers that have actually started doing workouts and dieting and, you know, trying to work on themselves because of the results that they've seen.
Because of you.
Of me, yeah. But I send the packages out. I send invitation. I've talked to people. I've had long-lasting conversations. But the same thing when it comes to the investment on a person themselves, people hold back. They have an excuse to not do the Shakeology. They don't want to pay for the program. I've had people that have messaged me super excited to find out what I'm doing. The moment that I say, even if it's just the program itself, they don't want to purchase it. I don't know why everybody thinks it's something that I'm doing that is free.
Right.
It's not free. But then again, even me myself, when I first reached out to you and you told me about Shakeology, I was hesitant about it myself. It took me a while, and I had to think of, you know, I have children. When it comes to my children, when it comes to clothes, when it comes to shoes, when it comes to their needs, I've never been hesitant to invest in them. And then I thought for a moment, I said, if I've never been hesitant to invest in them, why am I holding back on doing something for myself that I wanted? And that's pretty much what I told myself that pushed me to do it and commit to the Shakeology and do the program. Because I think for many years, I always held back on doing stuff for myself. I think I always made my kids my priority. Like I never hesitated to buy them an expensive pair of shoes, clothes, you know, anything. But when it came to me, I always thought twice.
Yeah.
About spending
that
myself.
needs to be what you lead with. That needs to be, now let me ask you, I would like you to send me like screenshots of your conversations. I did this with Jennifer. I was able to just make a little tweak. I want to see maybe how you're taught, like, oh, show me the screenshots of from the moment they're like, I'm interested, and then how it dies. Because perhaps maybe you're wording it in a way that's like, you know, that maybe scares them. I don't know. But a little tweak could make the difference in how confident are you sounding, you know, are you like, hey, it's okay. If you don't want to do this, let me know. You know, I don't know if you're doing that or whatever, but maybe there's something that you're not sending this, like, I'm serious, this is what I do message. Maybe it's coming across like, hey, it's, if you want, you know, I don't know. But a lot of times I have seen when I've done this with coaches, like, let me just see those conversations. If you keep getting no and people are interested, there's a reason. There's maybe something that we can do. So I think for you, like, you can't even get someone to do a challenge, much less do the business with you. So, which is understandable. And first you do have to, you know, lead with that fitness, get people motivated, and then you can say, hey, like with you, like, girl, get the discount, like, let's start inspiring other people. But then for you and Melly, and for everyone here, it's just about broadening your reach, your following, and, you know, truly going and, you know, liking. And there's the follow unfollow method where you go and you follow people that you feel are your target audience. So you would go to like a specific store that you like to shop at, or things that you're into, and you would follow and then unfollow them if they don't follow you back. But girls, you can't sit back and just think that your following is gonna like, oh, grow on its own. Like, man, I can't get any new followers. You have to do something. Start Googling how to get more followers, like get ideas. We have plenty of training in the Instagram boot camp. Yadi, have you been added to the 5-day Instagram boot camp?
I don't think so.
With Monica and Christina? Okay, I'm gonna add you, but the training there is top notch, and it will show you how to grow your Instagram. But girls, I can tell you that it's all about reach. You just don't have, so yeah, let's say what you're working with now, girls, is your warm market. These are your friends, your co-workers. It's time to branch out and go into cold. Strangers, people that are gonna relate to you. Because it's true, guys, think about your family. They don't take you serious. Like, I've helped a lot of my family members. At the end of the day, no one's really doing what I'm doing. Like, yeah, they bought a package here or there. But it's like, for some reason, I don't know why, your family just, other than April, and I don't know who else, April, like, both her parents lost all this weight. But my gosh, it's like pulling teeth to get your family to, like, believe in you and believe in, like, they just think, oh, that's good for her. Good for Yadi. She did, like, no, like, this could work for you too. So, yeah. But you have to think like that. That's why I say, guys, I binge watched Anita Myron. I binge watched these coaches. I'm like, what are you girls doing? Boom, let me try to duplicate. Like, I was hungry to grow. And so I wanted to see, what are these leaders? So YouTube is your best friend. Find out from these coaches what they're recommending, how to grow their following. I talked about leveling up your groups. Maybe you could do that online. What kind of groups on Facebook are you following? You know, a certain hashtag on Instagram. Like, you gotta get creative and start Googling ideas, guys, and seeing what you can implement that works for you. But Yadi, your story is incredible. Like, how far you've come is so inspiring. Like, I promise you, there's women that will be inspired by your specific story. Everybody here has their own story. And you're gonna find the people that say, me too. And that's what we want, you guys. You want somebody to say, me too. That's how you start growing your tribe. You need a group of women that say, like, me too. Like, I relate with her. I love her message. But that being said, you have to make sure that that message is being shared daily. So, okay, we'll go to Yvette and then April, and then I'll end with actually sharing my tips, because it's not going to take long. I still want you to watch that Anita Myron video that I posted.
I watched it.
You watched it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Wait, who said that? Yadi? Oh, okay. Good. Because she shared gold. I mean, she shared the formula. Okay, Yvette, why would you say it's hard to talk about the business, or what has been your struggle?
Once I get someone to talk to about it, it's not hard for me to talk about it. But I would say right now my main thing is I haven't been sharing as much as I did before, just because I've still been trying to, like, catch up, and especially because I started working now, so I just feel like I'm busy and booked all day. But I have a couple people reach out to me. So if somebody reaches out to me, or if I reach out to them, I don't have a problem speaking about it. But I definitely do need to start posting more and sharing, because I haven't been doing that.
All right. So for you, it's just like, it's not difficult, but you're finding yourself, like, kind of not doing maybe your daily activities that could amount to like actually building a team and going that route.
Yeah.
And I will say that, like, you know, if this is something that you want, and guys, nothing about what we're sharing, what Anita talks about, like nothing of it is easy or like, girl, you can do this. Like, it's challenging, especially if you work. Like, I understand that, but it does come down to like you believing in this and saying like, I can't let this go. Like, I can make sure like I'm going to be strategic. I can't let this go. And it's so easy to, you have so much content. Scroll back, go back to like 6 months ago and post that lunch and just say lunch idea. You don't have to say this was my lunch today, you know, and just like go back and continue staying present on your way to work. You know, the thing is, what I have found with people that go back to work, they feel like all of a sudden now they can't share that part. And I don't know if this is your thing. Like all of a sudden they're like, well, now I don't want to say like I'm going to work and not talk about coaching anymore. Like, you have to be so transparent, guys. You have to say like, you know, oh, guys, I started working again. It gives me an opportunity to reach out to people. And, you know, I needed to get my booty working again. But I love my coaching business because it's my little fun thing, my dream. And you have to be transparent. I've seen that people run into problems when they want to, like, not mention, like, oh, I can't mention that I work. Or, you know, I don't know if that's you, Yvette, but I've just seen that pattern that all of a sudden people go back to work and they feel like they can't be transparent. And that's the biggest mistake you can make, because people just have to follow you, your exact story, your journey. So keep that in mind and print out your daily activities, because guys, I promise you, your daily activities honestly shouldn't take more than 15 or 20 minutes of your day, just to stay relevant and just to stay like consistent. You should be able to like, boom, post something in the morning, go to work all day, during lunch, boom, post something. Hey guys, I'm having lunch. Look, this is what I packed. You can have 3 or 4 things on your stories. That's it. You do not have to be 24/7, but if you're consistently doing that every month, you're going to announce your challenge group every month, and you consistently do that, the small daily behaviors, 15 minutes is better than 0 minutes towards your business. Would everyone agree with that? So you can't afford to let go and let, like, you know, daily life, like, it's like trying to move a freight train. Once that junk stops, you guys, it's like trying to push it. If the train's kind of going and you're push, but once it stops, trying to start that thing back up, it is so hard. So keep that in mind. Tell yourself, I know if I stop right now, like, this is going to be hard to rev back up. I can't stop. And you just say, 10 minutes is better than 0 minutes. And don't think it has to be all or nothing. You just go. So, okay, April, we were just talking about what's hard about sharing the business. What are your thoughts?
So yeah, I mean, of course, sharing the business is hard because you have to be vulnerable. And I used to not share like how much I made with people. I would tell them how much I made like within the first month because I was impressive my first month. But then I kind of like left out the rest. And, you know, when you do that, because I made $300 my first month as a coach. And when you do that, and when you say, yeah, you have the potential to do that, you kind of lead them to think that, you know, they're going to be making 6,000, you know, 6 months down the road. And that's just not the case. I mean, of course, if you reach for the stars, blah, blah, blah. But the normal person ain't going to do that. I just started sharing with them, and I said, you know what? You know, this is the average, and, you know, I'm making 1,000 a month. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. You know, and there's off seasons, and there's January, and boom. And it's just, but being honest about your income and giving them realistic goals, because the normal person just wants to have like $300 extra to pay for diapers. They're not looking, they want something tangible, because if you said I'm making $3,000 a month, they're gonna be like, she's selling drugs with that stuff too.
Right.
You want to be as realistic as possible with that. I've also, I have to be honest, like I shared this with last week's call. I've just been struggling with like some self-doubt, and that can show up like you don't have to say anything. It's all about your facial expressions, And so self-doubt has been creeping in, and I've just been like spending more time in God's word and focusing on my devotions and stuff. And like within the past week, I've seen a lot of business movement. And I'm not saying that Jesus is going to pick up your business, but I'm just saying by turning that focus away from what am I doing wrong, me, I'm
right. I can attract negative thinking.
Yeah, negative thinking, and just turning it to positive has definitely changed stuff, and I'm seeing growth there. So that's a praise. But yeah, sharing about coaching is hard. There's no doubt about it. But just like you said, if you're being transparent and you're letting people know, I don't beat around the bush and say, oh, it's unicorn farts and fairy dust. Like I tell them straight up, it's hard. Sometimes you're going to have, you're dealing with people. I mean, people are difficult. And if you're honest and you say that, hey, sometimes it is difficult. Now, you don't have to say my life is horrible, all that kind of stuff, but let them know it is customer based and that there are going to be hard times.
You got to be a people person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, this thing is ending. Everyone smile real quick. Let's at least get a pic out of this. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, this is closing, guys. I will share some final notes in the team page on the same post that I shared because I want you to watch the Anita Myron video. But basically, guys, I will tell you that when I went to NLC, which is something that you can earn by being 2-star and above, I used to think that talking about the business once a week was enough. And then Bonnie Engel said, no, honey, every day. You have to talk about it every day. So I leveled up. So today I need to challenge you that you have to talk about coaching every single day if you want to see this thing grow. All right, this is going to end on us. But basically, that's the good and the bad news. Like, you got to talk about it to drill it in people's minds. Not every week, once a month, every day you got to plug something, a little seed of something to make people say like, hey, okay, because it takes over 5 times for somebody to capture, like seeing or hearing something 5 times. So if you're talking all the time, love my job, love this, love the freedom, love that I can make